Hey, okay, we're going to do a quick down and dirty, uh, sloppy video here on doing library research. We're going to talk more about what research is, why it's meaningful, what we're doing with it in the next week or two. But right now, you've got an assignment to get to start thinking about how to do library research. I'll point out this is a course in research and writing. It's Comp 2. That's the point, is to think about how you're doing research. Already this semester, we've been doing primary research, that is, doing interviews and thinking about how you interact directly with the subject that you're writing about. For this paper, we're going to be doing secondary research, or for this project, we're doing some secondary research. And secondary research is looking at what other people have to say about your topic, about your object of study, about your arguments, about the background information that you might need. So we're going to look at this assignment real quickly. I'm going to try to do this video within 10 minutes because you do have a busy week. You've got a lot of things you're working on. So I don't want to give you a real heavy video this week. Um, let's take a look at the assignment real quick, and then we'll jump on to the library. Clearly, I'm already in the library, although this is Mr. Gibson in the background here, and he retired a couple years ago, I think. So uh, maybe this is a little bit old of a picture. Let me share my screen. Here's our week. Again, as I said in the first lecture this week, all the things, there's all kinds of stuff happening this week. Let's take a look first at writing number 2, the overview of the assignment. And so we can get a sense of what you're doing overall in the assignment. The writing assignment is going to happen in 4 stages. The primary thinking subjects of this assignment will be the issue of work and writing in the real world in the world of AI, and the question of if we should or how we will retain authenticity of our voices. So we're looking at what is AI doing to us in the world of work, in the world of writing, in school, and how are we going to retain our authenticity of voices, or do we even need to if we got AI to do the writing for us? So we're going to be using Datto's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep as part of the discussion. The latter stages of the assignment will be revealed as we progress through the assignment. For now, you need to know about the first 2 stages and the due dates. So stage 1 is academic research. You're working on that right now. Notice that the due date for this one is not until April 10th. For our first stage, you will be engaging in academic research and reporting on that engagement. This research will require you to create entries for a class-wide annotated bibliography, and we're going to talk about annotated bibliographies next week. Stage 2, an impromptu essay. I mentioned this in the first lecture, and it's also on the webpage. You have an essay to do, writing on screen on your Moodle, where you're going to have an hour to do that essay. And the impromptu essay date is April 4th and 5th. In order to write the essay, you're going to need to be able to discuss both Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep and your own major, program, or potential future career. Stage 3, an out-of-class essay. For our third writing stage, you're going to be considering how writing and rewriting happen outside of class. And then stage 4 will be an analysis and reflection. And that's going to take us up towards the end of the semester. We're also going to be working on project number 3 at the same time. That's going to be coming, I think, next week. Again, all the things. What is stage 1? What is this research wiki? Well, for our first stage of writing number 2, we will be creating an annotated bibliography together on topics of AI, writing, education, and work. Our goal here will be to do some useful and meaningful research and to share our results with each other through useful and meaningful and detailed bibliographic notations. The research question that will guide our annotated bibliography is: how will the cultures of work, writing, and/or education transform, evolve, or be disrupted by AI in the next 10 years? So how is work going to be disrupted? How is the act of writing or how is the world of education going to be transformed, evolved, or disrupted by artificial intelligence in the next 10 years? In order to make this annotated bibliography happen, you will need to do the following things: learn about annotated bibliographies, learn about research, find 6 appropriate scholarly sources, books or articles for a bibliography, skim your sources, select 2, read them carefully, develop carefully crafted and annotated bibliography entries on 2 scholarly sources, and submit your entries to this wiki. The module is going to officially open for submission on 6/4. Your entries will be posted by 6/10. AI writing can't be used for this assignment. So you've got to create annotated bibliography. We've got the assignment down. Now we're going to talk about doing some library research just to get you started, because your discussion 2, you are going to provide a list of 6 scholarly sources that you're going to review for your bibliography. That is, I want you to find actual titles and citations and put them into your discussion board. The citation should be in MLA format. If you're not familiar with that, go look at OWL Purdue Online and find MLA format there. It looks like we've already got some people going. Since we're here, let's take a look and see what people are doing on their discussion board posts. So it looks like Hiba has some sources here, and she's got this posted. Unfortunately, none of these are really scholarly sources, and we haven't talked about scholarly and popular sources, but these are all popular sources. And I don't remember if the forum asks you to do scholarly sources. Yes, scholarly sources. So what we're talking about with the difference between popular and scholarly sources is that scholarly sources are generally written by scholars, professors, academics working in the field, and they are written at a higher level. They are written, and it looks like Alexander's sources are all kind of popular sources as well. Brookings sometimes gets close to scholarly. Let's see, Maya. These all look pretty popular sources, and some of them don't look like they're on the topic. And this is not, I don't know what this is. This is not citations. This is just links. So we want to go look at our library and think about what scholarly source is, and then think about how you find sources. So let's do that. I'm going to go back to my dashboard. You all have this dashboard, and here I can go right up to the top of the page, and I can find the library research. I told you 10 minutes to library research. It's 12:35 right now, so I'm going to be done within 10 minutes. But let's quickly think about this. We're looking for sources on work and AI, education and AI, writing and AI. And so that means that any number of sources could be useful here, but we want to find reliable scholarly sources, sources that are have been peer edited and peer reviewed. And I'm going to talk more about this in coming weeks, but I want to go find some sources. I'm going to start with books, because our library is a library that's set up for scholarly research. It is set up for students. And so many of the sources here, not all of them, but many of them are going to be scholarly sources already. And I'm just going to search, if I could spell while I was talking, that'd be good. I'm going to search artificial intelligence, and I'm going to search work, and just see what I come up with just by searching those 2 keywords. Algorithms for the People, Democracy in the Age of AI, Income Inequality, Beginning Programming all in one, The Digital Mindset, What It Really Takes to Thrive in the Age of Data and Algorithms and AI, Working with AI, Real Stories of Human Machine Collaboration, Ethical Machines, Your Concise Guide to Totally Unbiased, Transparent, and Respectful AI. So there's lots of stuff here. I want to go to a good source. Let's see. I'm just going to start with the first one. Algorithms for the People, Democracy in the Age of AI. I want to point out a couple things about this. This is published by Princeton University Press. If we look up Josh Simmons, I don't know him. I don't know of him, but he is publishing a book with Princeton University Press, so he's most likely a professor and expert in this field. His book is called Algorithms for the People, Democracy in the Age of AI. We can look at this citation or this entry, and we can find out a lot of information about this. We can read through the summary of the work. We can look at the table of contents and see what's in there. This might actually be a really good source for the annotated bibliography that we're going to be creating together. What you want to do is find really good sources and find scholarly sources, starting with your library and finding books is a great way to do this. So I'm going to put this one in my saved records, and I'm going to go back to my keywords, and I'm going to change work, and I'm going to put education and see if that changes things. Fun facts for patient safety in nursing. No. How we learn why brains are better than any machine for now. This one's okay. It sort of looks a little scholarly, but it's by Viking, which is a popular press. The robots of are coming, future jobs in the age of automation. This one is okay. It's 2019, so it's not going to include a lot of generative AI stuff. Let's see, Robot Proof, Higher Education in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. This one is by MIT Press, another scholarly press. It is 2017, so it's a little bit old, but because we're looking generally for research, this one would be useful for the annotated bibliography we're doing. I'm going to save this record. Let me go back up here and then change it to writing. Here's working with AI, real stories of human-machine collaboration. I'm not sure what this is or where it's from. I don't see publisher on it. But this one sounds interesting. I'm going to save this one. And let me go back. Here's The Fourth Age, Smart Robots, Conscious Computers, and the Future of Humanities. Let me go. There's, I don't remember how many I've got now. I think that may be 5. I'm going to go up here and change writing, and I'm going to look for work and writing and see what I come up with. Effective communication at work, speaking well and writing well in the modern workplace, the elements of resume style, writing our stories, celebrating authorship with writers at work. Some of these are not exactly what I'm looking for, but there may be some sources here. I'm going to go with this one. This one is a little bit popular. It's a little bit self-help, so it's not great. So but I would like to find something like this source that would be useful for our bibliography. So I'm going to show you a couple more tricks with looking at books. The first trick is we don't know subject areas within the library because we're not librarians. But each source that we find that sounds like it might be useful is linked up to subject areas. So I can go down here and click business communication. And I find that there are 28 sources in business communication. So I'm going to click on business communication. That's really going to narrow down my search. That will help me find more specific sources that are related to my research question. Here's a good source, How to Hear Me, How to Connect with People in the Virtual World. So I'm going to save that one. I want to show you something else you can do with this. I think the best way to do library research is go to library and look at books. And I understand we're going to talk a little bit about the theory of doing research today in the year 2024. And I understand that most of our research is done on Google. I'm trying to encourage you to use our library, use it virtually or use it in real life because of the ways that it narrows sources for us and make sure that you can find good sources. I think one of the best ways to do that is to actually go to the library, walk the shelves, see what's up there. But you can actually do that a little bit virtually by clicking on the call number. I'm going to call up all the books that are around that book up on the shelf. So I love going to libraries. I love going to bookstores and running my fingertips across the books. It's not as much fun in online. And during COVID, it was horrible, right? When we were quarantined, I couldn't go anywhere, so I just had to run fingers over my books, and that's not as much fun. Here, I can do it virtually, and I can see all the books that are up there on the shelf around this book. And what that means is that these books should be close in subject to the thing that I'm looking for. Uh, Born Digital, Understanding the First Generation of Digital Narratives. That one's interesting. That looks like a really useful book, both for our first paper and maybe for our second. Let me go back. Uh, Writing on the Wall, the first social media in the first 2000 years. That sounds interesting. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to save it. I'm going to go now. So I've saved a number of records. I've shown you a few tricks. I know this is going quickly, but let me go to my book list. What I should have here with saved records. Where's my card? Here it is. I have now 7 sources that I've saved. Each of these would be useful for the discussion board for this week and for perhaps for the bibliography after I took a look at them. I can now export all these and send them to myself. So I'm going to view and export your saved records, and I'm going to send them to myself, mdhill1 at hfcc.edu, with a full display. So now I've submitted them to myself. I'm also going to ProCite them, and I'm going to ProCite it to the screen. Oh, that's not what I was looking for. Let me actually just show the full display on my screen. Oh, that's the full display of all those sources. Let me do the brief display. I was trying to get it to the citation. There's a way to get your MLA citations directly on your screen, but I'm not finding it right now. There's 7 sources where I'm almost out of time. I want to show you one other thing. I'm going to go to the library again. I'm going to go up here to articles. Now, our library has a bunch of books, great books, lots of useful books. It's the best place to start doing your research, but you can also go to our databases. One of our best databases is the Wilson EBSCO. And here you can search artificial intelligence and workplace and see what we come up with. There I got 560 sources, so I could go through those. I'm going to narrow it down. I'm just going to go for academic journals. And here I find a whole lot of articles that would also be useful for our discussion board and our annotated bibliography. What competencies will be needed to manage artificial intelligence in the workplace, digital interactive sensory experiences, the normative power of artificial intelligence. There's a lot of really great scholarly sources available in our journals. Yes, you can go search on Google. You can find things on Google, but in Google, you're searching the entire world. When you search a database, an academic research database, you are narrowing your search down and you're going to find what experts think in this field. Start with the books, move to the journals, and you will find plenty of stuff here for our work. Go back to my dashboard, go back to our class. You have this week a lot of stuff to do, as we've talked about. One of those things you got to do is jump onto this discussion board. Those people that have already done it, great. Thank you for doing that. But now you may want to go back and rethink on the question of academic research and make sure you're posting a full MLA citation there. If you don't know how to do that, look it up on OWL Purdue, the Online Writing Lab Purdue, and that will show you how to do it. That's all I got. I wanted to try to keep this quick. I went a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but hopefully this was helpful for you to get you started. And we will talk more about the meaning of academic research and how to do it and why we're doing it next week. Good luck on reading the book. Good luck on the revising your paper. And we'll see you starting next week with your in-class writing exam. Have a good day.